I should have spec out a disarm. You gotta let me resap and stun before cloning, but free kick Dream Breath in a sec, kick Sleepwalk actually. Into a blind. Into hopefully a sap. I cloak the Ray. Fainted that. Gouge locked appeal. Time stops because he thinks I'm gonna swap him. Be stunned before I Apex Q. I just get peeled. Follow him now. Pick lock so we don't die. Right off the melee for one. I'm just going through wall, I guess. I don't like it, but might be dead here. He gets walled, yeah, I'm dead. We auto win this round because we have the dragons, so because Blizzard never balances their video game. I banish the Ray of Frost. Guy triggered a gouge. No skin. Might tap druid even though it's DR. Bomb this? I don't have fire bombed, I forgot. Maybe still kill though. Dragon diff. Maybe mage is OP enough to beat a dragon, but I ended that. Did a resap, JK stays combat. Eat all the micro piss the whole game. Probably wasn't even worth swapping because I only did it because he had no skin. Big sleep. Didn't faint this. Kind of sketchy. Nelly, I can't blind yet. I'm blind in one now. Going dragon off of it. Sucks that we sheep. That's why I did it early, so that he wouldn't sheep. Normally he'd sheep at the end of the blind, so I was like, if I swap early, he won't sheep. Because I wanted to just swap him because I couldn't really chase the lock in the room. He pings he wants to go dragon, but he's got Nelly for one. Bombless. Look of Age Dagger. Oh, if I clicked the Typhoon, he might have died. Dodge the Windcarn. Paint the stun here. Okay. Can you the Windcarn just to peel? I had to wait out the Nully. It's our last go before I just die, probably. Oh, he nullied my shit. Love nullifying when it's harder to see add-ons. Trying to get to dragon really bad, but there's Nully again because it doesn't have a CD. Probably dead here. Pearl has no skin. And I'm just dead. Advantage attack. He still has 2 blocks. Blind Feral off me in a sec, but it's probably gonna break. Yeah. That's unfortunate. Sub Rasa, I only enjoy playing sub. Rasa's good though. I don't enjoy it. So I don't play it. Unless there's a tournament on the line, I only want to play like sub. If I want to play a PvE rogue spec, I'd rather just play a different class to PvE on. Like to me, it's like I don't consider Outlaw Rasa to be rogue unless there's like a tournament on the line. So if I want to just run around in PvE, I'll just play, Windwalker or anything else. Who fakes that there? That's crazy. Kicked you A. Got skin. Didn't faint the stun here. I only got the first half of the stun. Might be advantage because of that. I want to go back to Druid. No skin here. kind of just a dragon diff, unfortunately. If we kick Polly in a sec so I can stun him. I actually faked. Polly into clones. Try to gouge before I get cloned. Try to go resto off this. No skin. Oh, I kicked that. Red evasion druid stunning me. Painted this. My luck still has wall, he's being a little greedy. Getting cloned here, try to DFA it. Oh. It's gonna break, but let Hansel fake a bunch. Gouge Karn. Kick Glacier, I guess. Kick Polly, so I'll stun for him. I'm blind out of this. Into a gouge. Could have maybe done gouge blind half sap, but he always has stupid pets, so I don't even bother trying. Love Trent's, you know. Go wall, because no one else will. They'll just panic running into it instead of trying to kill it. Well, that sucks. That's the druid's only win. Oh, no, that means no, I only get 2 wins if I don't get druid as second win. That sucks. Because healer gaps are 3-3, yeah. Not free 4 win if someone goes 06. Vanishes Polly on me. Set my healer to get there to stun Feral in the room. Get clone. Stun the Glacier to be annoying. Wanted to gouge off that, but and restun. No skin if I bomb this. He buried it though, it's kind of bad. Might be able to stab dragon, JK, he has docked, secret combat anyway. Nully's ending, I can gouge. Into a kidney, I guess. Getting polyed twice into a Nova clone. Nice CCS clone for me. Terrible stun by the resto, but he's just gonna blink it, there's no point. A waste of combo points when he could cross the Feral or healer later in the game with his combo points. Kick Sleepwalk. Go Feral off that even though he's in bear the whole game. I'll just stay mage. I'm just gonna drink this. Fuck it. Painted that. Pick wall. Lily on healer. I get pet novid. They overlap sleep and ring, so and I kick glacial. Should be okay. Dodge the poly on me. I'm still just pumping. Try to blind the sleepwalk spam. Since he's casting CC, he should drop combat. I should be able to sap that. JK, we root for no reason to give him combat. Actually, I still get the sap. We're chilling. Into a cheap shot. To a kick clone. JK, I'm bad. Lock still has wall. Hopefully he doesn't be greedy. I overlap trying to stop that. I'll just stun it maybe just to be annoying. I'm just getting cloned again. It's a DR clone though, and yeah, my dance is basically already over. Hopefully we're not dead here. Painted this. The most. Kidney off that. Do a gouge. Try to get there to gouge, but I'm dead here. Hellstone everything. Yeah. Guy just doesn't heal at all because he's not playing a dragon. I'm surprised he got the round one he did with the double mage druid. Rating difference roughly between shuffle and threes. They don't correlate at all. They're completely different video games. Because dampening is very different. So like a 2-minute shuffle round is like a 10-minute real game. So you only really get a couple cooldown rotates to go per round. So there's a little more action because like 80% of real threes is filler dampening. Doing nothing until like the 6-minute mark. Or the early game barely matters at all, unless you just kind of overly greed and die. Because most games are just mana games at like AWC level. I'm really worried about how the tier set's going to be next season. Is the PTR playable for that? Because backstab is generally like 1% of your dam. Having your whole tier set be about backstab and a talent and having to go lingering shadows is going to be weird because I don't even know what you drop. Because you can't really drop weapon mastery, you can't really drop umbral, you can't really drop replicating. You probably have to drop veil touched. But then how do you go gloomblade if you wanted to play gloomblade? If backstab mattered. Yep, shoot, drop your med? No, you can't. Super daggers maybe. That's good though. Because even I don't think this would still be good ever either. Like I don't think even if we were going more shadow damage based with lingering, I still don't think even with lingering darkness, Deathstalker could ever remotely compare. It just does like half the DPS in PvP. Because this is like 76% nerf. This is like nerfed in half. They buffed this from like 7k damage to like 10k damage. Didn't do anything. I need to play PTR though. See if I can beauty craft something for fun, but that's probably months away. It's stupid borrowed power. We're still on week 1 of this, right? It's a long work week. I forget if we're on week 2 now. This is the first week of the patch or the second week of the patch? I don't remember. I think this is still the first week. Anytime build posted, yeah, it's everywhere. But not first, but we started a couple hours ago and then had a I overclocked my memory too hard, so I had to DC and leave the shuffle and reinstall my graphics card driver. But it seems good now. Oh, it's first week? Okay. I thought you meant like you were here first. I'm like, you're here first. Did not load that shuffle? It's not. I just got a random skirm where I killed in the opener to test if I was lagging. That's not enough data, actually. This is nerfed in PvP, I think, right? To like 5%. But I mean, how many things are really chance? You need that 5% chance. Because I think the damage is nerfed. Because this is basically put Weapon Master at 25% chance. But if you drop Weapon Master and drop Replicating, that probably could work. You can't drop both. I thought I could trade Weapon Master for Perforated, but apparently not. See, I thought if I could move Weapon Master to Perforated, Replicating to Gloomblade, and then stay lingering. That would be good next season. I think the talent tree is just clunky. I don't think there's a good way to do it, actually. I wish we just had more buttons, though. Like, if they don't want to bring back Rupture, like, Gormaw should be baseline and, like, actually be good. Like, it's criminal that Gormaw does less damage than a Shadow Strike. RMX is, like, the only comp I would ever recommend to play on Rogue. Like, you can make Rogue Shadow Priest work, you can make Rogue Boomy work, but they're going to be a headache. I'd say the only thing kind of comparable is Rogue Lock. It's like Rogue Mage, Rogue Lock, and then like down here is like Rogue Boomy and Rogue SP and stuff. Like it's not even remotely close. Or doing like some random like Rogue Windwalker, Rogue Enhanced type cheesy shit. But yeah, I'd pretty much only want to play with a major lock if I could be picky. See if it'll lag too bad if I start downloading the PTR. No, it won't let me do it while I'm playing the game anyway. Okay. Maybe next week I'll download PTR. Test it out. So I'm pretty much only playing tonight and tomorrow. And then I'm working overtime Tuesday, so it's 5 12-hour shifts in a row. I'm gonna get a snack while I'm in queue though. But yeah, in general, I would say Mage and Locke are the only two good casters. Like Ellie is immortal and it can do good DPS. And it's actually insane that Nature's Guardian exists the way it does. I mean, if you think about it, it's a 60% heal every time you go low HP on like a 35-second CD or something like that. Because there's like an honor talent on the ancestor tree or whatever that buffs it. Like lowers the CD by like 10, buffs the percentage by like 10. So it becomes like 60% heal every like 35 or something absurd. Um, and it's still not broken because like mages are unstunnable. Mage is one of the only casters that has sheep DR in a world where healer CC is so important and every healer uses fear DR. Sleep, cyclone, fear, pally blind. Having sheep DR is pretty good. So it's like if you just don't play with a mage, it's miserable. Also, why hunter stocks are always so high. There's way more fear DRs in the game than there are sheep DRs. Which is fine for rogue, because like you could try to like set up saps out of like sleepwalks or off like a howl or something like that. Cam's lagging. All right, I'll reopen the stupid camera program. Should fix it. Priest faded. They donated precog, so I might not get my blind sap that I wanted. They of course just break all my CC, because why not? Almost got one shot by the ret. And my kick. Stun ret so that I'm allowed to stun healer. You just trigger howls. Might be able to sap out of that. JK, I land the kick though. Gonna mage because I'm taking damn. Hopefully I don't just die here. He gets the ulti pen off. That's kind of annoying. Bomb the lock here in a sec though. Ulti pen's ending. Towards 0.1 on my dance. He just gets grip so I don't bomb. Fun just to get Sank out of the way for later. Got Sank. They do their own in cap. They have no pain subs. You bomb this guy in like 8. He actually faked me, but problem is they're just so stacked. The bomb doesn't really do anything. Got magic bop anyway. We'll kick him on both schools. Doesn't get the harvest off. Gonna gouge that to be annoying. We'll just stun that to be annoying. We're deep enough dampening now that we don't have to worry about CC as much. I might just die here though, randomly to air. I pulled back. DH does all the damage in our comp anyway. I don't want to die. Your blind healer, no trinket in a second. We'll try to do gouge blind half sap. Or he can monk and cap and do his own shit. Should be able to half sap that, so I'm not going to secret tech because I don't want to break CC. I cloaked because I'm still dying through everything else. Gouge ret to live. Stun ret to live. Restun ret and 1. Big penance maybe, couldn't. I'll vanish the next penance. Just perma-lining the disc because I want to avoid some damage. I don't think he has Sank, but I'm going to wait till I can stun ret first. We're getting double feared though. Should break. Okay, stun both. Restun, no bubble. Should kill here. Nice. ZXC is focus 1, 2, 3. It's tied to S Arena. Or not S Arena, it's tied to mini CC. There's just a setting where you go to layout. Sub good again? Not really, but I mean, like really high-end games, yeah, but Shuffle, no. Shuffle is decided by are you immortal with good, and do you do good DPS? Like, micro CC is good. Like it can, sub kit can carry a lot of games, just, doing good micro CC and whatnot, but he trinkets to sank that. Painted this. Probably still gonna cloak after because it's got a lot of UAs on me. No sank if I stun healer in a second. Might just go home even though he's gonna port while stunned. Much counterplay, very well. I got revival actually, that's good. And port while stunned. Huge. Blind when he ports back. Probably can't sap it because of the stun, but trinkets anyway. Love it. Maybe go him. No sank, no port while stunned. No revival. And like 6 seconds. It's a really close window to one of those 3 being back up already. But sank is like the first one used and the longest CD of the 3, I think. Alright, now he has everything immune to not really be goable ever again. So now we'll just go back to priming everything else. I overlapped my kick, but it didn't go off, so that's good. Kick 2A. Now I'll stun as an interrupt, and then I'll bomb it probably. Stun just to get Sank out of the way. Maybe just bomb, even though he's there. Trinket, gouge that, restun the fear to be annoying on his wall. Then I'll just cloak aggro here, because actually I don't have it. It's a good fear. Maybe be able to sap it if I'm lucky. Nope, stays combat. Actually, he dropped combat and I was mashing sap and it didn't go off. Stun ret so that I'm allowed to stun healer. Maybe step kick healer in 5 when I have step. DH lands his own kick. Try to gouge off the kick. Or land my own kick. If he comes off the pillar and casts, I'll just kick you away. And then I'll go for gouge stun. Stun rat and healer. Go lock with that. Restun healer. I want a blind healer, but it'll break. Nice, he gets a fear anyway. Tempted to blind lock, or blind red, I mean, but I'm gonna cloak here. I'm not going to. I'll blind healer next go, no trinket. Unless we start dying, then I'll blind ret, but he has sack, so no, I can't even do that. Gouge ret. Try to blind go now. Trinkets, or no, I don't know what broke that actually. Somebody probably is just gonna get sanked. I have evasion in 1. Chew your fit. Your food? What do you mean? I'm starving. It's also not much to chew. I just want it to like be multi-purposed of like defensive and control, but not always can you do that. It's just when do I want an extra cheap shot, really? So I'm not just gonna send it on nothing. Sometimes it's for the extra pre-med, for the to like make sure your apex window lines up, basically. And kind of force the black bars with pre-med, because you don't spend all your passive combo points on a random backstab or shadow strike. Like if you have high stacks and then you like force a pre-med, vanish to not die, die in vanish, by the way. Like there I wasn't even being greedy. To Argo, I pressed vanish and I just died in vanish from like 50%. I could have had a resap there, but they decided not to let me, so. Take that. Blind that. Do a gouge. Do a stun. I'll banish here for an extra cheap shot. Track Secret Tech. Just make sure you know when you have it so you don't forget to use it. If you ever rushing goes and going like every 16 instead of waiting on like Chastise or DB or something. That's through LOS, by the way, on my screen. That's cool. It's kind of bad because I put all 3 of them on stun DR. So now I'm like kind of AFK for a while, even though that was my blades. Got Sank out of the way for later. I tried to step kick that. My kick was ready in like half a second. If he gets a full fear, no sync, though, it's really good. Or seduce, because he's playing succubus. There it goes. Cool. He triggered it into a half fear, into a gouge, into a stun. Could on use this dance, but I'm just gonna wait. I whiff my kick. Might be able to sap that in a second. Into a resap. Into a stun. Swap the other guy. A restun. Got bubble too. I blades. Painted this. Tried to gouge healer, but just bomb this guy in a sec if he's ever not backflipping 37 times in a row. Cloak. Still have Hellstone. I used all my DRs. Swap the other guy now. Probably could have waited on Secret Tech here, but evade the hunt. Step kick. Into a sap, hopefully. JK, he got out late. Try to stun the song. If I die here, man, just because DH is disgusting. The blind healer in 3 after the UA. In 1, if he doesn't get a fear. Blinding. Just kidney off, I guess. I'll just gouge. Continue DH. Not secret teching because I didn't want to break CC. Step healer. Get all the micro CC out of the way. Just gonna go healer. Kind of weird, but big penance. My DR blind to try to get a sap. They broke my step, so I don't get a resap into stun. Stun just to get sync out of the way. Actually, yeah, with Fear's on red, he's not going to sync it right away, so that's really good for us. He only syncs like the end of the stun. Just lining the priest and the everything else. Try to minimize how much damage I'm taking while I wait on DRs and whatnot. And CDs. Step kick penance. Do a gouge. Into bomb DH maybe and get trinket. And he pain steps, never mind. And he backflips. And he backflips again. Get my sap half. Fuck it. Kick penance right here. Get a cloak, it's a lot of damage. Big gouge healer. I'm just gonna stun, see if I get sync. My cat is DDoSing me. I got to break that, so I get off. I have a vanish still. Gouge trinket in a second. Vanish to live. Stun DH. YOLO bomb. Even though he has magic buff and he's fine, he still trinkets. XD. Terrible bomb on my end. Pick ulti pen. If I die here because DH is broken, I'm gonna be pissed. Hellstone. Any DH off me. If I vanish in 15, I'm actually maybe dead. Nice cocoon. Gonna gate away, even though it's gonna make it harder to go sap out of that. Maybe he gets a reef here though. Could have probably played more aggro since he cocooned me, but my lock's fine. He's not. He accidentally backflips my fucking gouge for pre because, you know, backflip is every other global. They need that. They landed CC. I'm here to stop the fear off of it though. Might be able to sap this because he's lining his teammates. Hopefully my lock doesn't greed wall and die. They bubble aggro. Maybe get a resap into a cheap shot. Can he ret so he doesn't sank? Love to see it. Is Kingsbane? I don't play pussy bitch Asa. So, but honestly, there's no modifiers really on Asa anymore. I think because like even Chiv isn't a damage modifier. You just run around and you grow to everything. And when you want to burst, you press Kingsbane. That's really it. Ideally, your stealth bar, dance bar, and normal bar should be the same. You should never have things be different in dance or stealth. Otherwise, you're gonna have bar lag. Or like, even if you have like a fancy stance macro, or even if you have like 10 ping, does not matter. There's like server side lag, where if you press two things at the same time, it's gonna fuck you over, and it's gonna make your game less responsive. So yeah, there's no real way around it. Even with any like weird action bar settings or using an action bar add-on or anything like that. And if you're trying to think of more binds, just like make like an Excel sheet. And just like you do like no mod, shift, alt. And then just map out everything you have, right? You know, and be like, oh, cheap shot. And just do that. And then if you don't use a bind, just question mark. And then you'll find like, you know, 10 binds you didn't think about using. So you'll be like, oh, okay. Especially if you can kind of combine things better. Like ideally, I say never bind stealth unless you're playing classic WoW. Where stealth actually has a cooldown. For the most part, subterfuge lasts longer than the CD of stealth, so you can just macro stealth into everything. And just do like slash cast no combat stealth. You could just throw this shit on everything like Frank's Red Hot. Yeah, and then you could just press sap or cheap shot to go into stealth. And that saves you a bind. And then yeah, you can put like all your cancel aura stuff and you like your mount bind. That saves you a bind if you do cancel aura stuff. Generally, I think scroll wheel stuff is underused because people are like, well, I want to zoom in and out. I need scroll wheel. Just zoom in and out with control scroll wheel. And then, you know, you can scroll up, scroll down, middle mouse. That's 3 more binds. Like I do scroll up is target 1, scroll down is target 2, clicking in the scroll wheel is target 3, and then ZXC is focus 1, 2, 3. Haste is still really good. It's just hard to afford it in season 1. That's fine. Like, I put stealth in almost every macro, even eviscerate. I re-stealth usually pressing my focus sap. Just macro stealth into everything, and then that's basically, it didn't save you a bind because that was already your focus sap bind. But so you didn't really gain a bind from that, but so you already needed a bind for focus sap. But Yeah, I used to do shift scroll wheel for some spells and whatnot, but I stopped doing that because they pruned the game so much I didn't need to anymore. How you doing, Bonus? Something else I'd be careful about is if you use any of the double press add-ons, like mini press release and stuff like that. Um, it's not just a problem with like multi-press abilities like alter time, where it'll like double alter or like double blink on accident and whatnot. There's also an issue with cast sequence macros if you use this. So if you do like a step kick macro, you actually can do a focus step kick on one press without having to press it twice because the add-on is already pressing it twice when you press it. So you want to definitely like exclude things like that. But yeah, I tend to have kick be bound separately in step anyway. Because I don't want to have a moment where I focus step to get a sap or I focus step to get a stun and then I like accidentally kick and give them precog. Just because I was playing fast and I pressed the keybind twice instead of once while I'm mashing it on global or something. So for me, it's just shift mouse button to focus step and then shift or shift F to focus shadow step and then shift mouse button to kick. Mages just auto win almost every single shuffle lobby unless there's multiple shamans and multiple hunters and multiple ferals. So, you know, like it's, yeah. There's like 3 or 4 bad classes for it, but for the most part, when 90% of shuffle lobbies up until the highest MMR possible are 4 melee drooling on each other, you're usually the one caster and you auto win almost every lobby. Like majority of lobbies are like, oh, Ret Warrior DH. It's like, oh, you auto win. Now, if it's a lobby where you're getting purged on every barrier, every altar, and you're just getting hunted the whole game, you know, then you're gonna kind of struggle. But Mage auto wins like 80% of shuffle lobbies. It's just, yeah, hit them when you can. If you can kick poly and stun them for 2 globals, that's good. Mostly just hope the mage sucks, but mage is broken. Don't get faked on kicks, vanish raise, you know, gouge them on important sheeps, stun them on random important sheeps if you don't have kick or gouge, even if they have blink. You could just trade your stuns basically as an interrupt to be annoying. Just shut them down really hard and hope they like no block for no reason. And just keep doing good micro CC on their healer. Because if you get off them and you let them have infinite fun and you try to kill someone else that is like killable, you could do swaps to other people, but the mage is gonna have too much fun and solo carry the game. But yeah, it sucks because like even if you kick mage on arcane, they still blink your stun anyway. Because you lock them out for like 2 seconds and then they still just blink the other half of the stun. It's only if it's like an actual longer spell interrupt. Like if a lock CS is a mage or a mage CS is another mage, then you can actually have a stun actually land. If they're locked on arcane for, you know, more than 4 seconds. But yeah. I mean, arcane is the worst mage spec, but next season's gonna be weird. Because I think they're taking away double barrier from fire and frost. So arcane is gonna be the spec with double barrier, fire is gonna be the spec with cauterize, and frost is gonna be the spec with 2 blocks. But to me, honestly, I think frost is just the only fun mage spec because fire has like 2 buttons, and Pet Nova is really fun. There's nothing like Pet Nova ringing a healer behind LOS because they're on global and can't dispel, or like dispels on CD, or you know. Like when a priest wants to death your ring so bad, but no one's in LOS to death, like that's a good feeling. This is a weird lobby, but good for me. I think Rogue DH is a comp, Rogue Windwalker's a comp, and Rogue Lock's a comp. Either I win this, DH wins this, or Lock wins this. This is actually a skill lobby. Unless it's a healer win trade, which is like 80% of the time also. I think the probably weakest person in this lobby is probably the Windwalker, though. I die because I trinketed, man. Like 5 UAs after cloak here. Pick into stun. The restun from micro CC. Into gouge. Into bomb this guy. Okay. Second Windwalker CDs. Gonna evade, hopefully not die. Make sure I'm never giving the Windwalker the back on CDs. Otherwise my evasion is pointless. Pick that. Stun Windwalker so he doesn't disarm me on my CDs. Windwalker's probably the better one to hit. I kind of make up my mind after I stun both. Step my healer in line for a sec because this is the one time I'm kind of scared. Poisons expire in 5 minutes. Gouge Windwalker to peel. Like I can mess with the healer in like 5. Might even just go Windwalker if he keeps lining his healer. They're both going for song. Actually, they're just doing a swap to him. He might be dead. Back lock. Line heat there. Like a hell. Maybe I could sap it though, because he's lining his teammates. Nah. Done that. I have a vanish. And trinket. Being a little greedy, but I have to send. I have cloak in 5. I like the stun. Big taunt. Into tricks. Into I was gonna stun the lock, but my kick's only like 1 second. Kidney. Dark Pact isn't affected by dampening, so even though it's 55% dampening, he still had a massive shield. Hopefully just Windwalker, you know, dies because he's a Windwalker and we have a DH. We overlap kicks there. I could die here then. Have a big Karma dot. Better Shiv Kite, but evasion in 1, spamming it. I get coiled. Spamming evage. Like a stun Windwalker in 1. I get disarmed. I'm still just dying through evasion. This touch of death also goes through evasion. At early blind, it's good to get it on CD sometimes because shuffle rounds are way shorter. If you don't early blind, you're not going to get 2 blinds off in a 2-minute maximum shuffle round. It's just you want to get a sap or something out of it. So you want to like chain it with like double sap stun or do like stun blind sap. Get peeled. I don't like putting both on stun DR like this, but I also just don't want to get disarmed first global. I mean, it's that or I open without blades and let them peel me on air, but I'm just gonna train lock more. I think Windwalker kind of baited me last time. I need to commit to one target more. Problem is he's high mountain Tarn exploiting though, but blinding here is not bad. Because the Druid didn't press anything from the bomb, so I might be able to get a sap. Nah. Honestly, it's Druid, so I should be just doing a lot of Druid swaps too. I cloak, so I don't... I got skin. We did not need to cloak, darkness, and cocoon though. It's a triple overlap. Can't stop clone because I kicked fear. He's going for fear again. Gouge because I don't have kick. Saving it to gouge Druid for pre would have been good too though. Maybe sap Druid. Oh, that's awkward as hell. I threw there. Because Druid came out by the time I already grabbed the eye. I get disarmed so I can't kidney off that, and then do the go on Windwalker. I'm dead here. Yeah. Should play Vanish Shield so I can actually sit my Vanish. This is just gonna be a lot of Druid swaps. Get all the peels out of the way and then just go the healer. It's good that I didn't Blades because he peeled me anyway. Granted that. I bugged out his hunt. I could swap Druid out of that. Looking aggro, maybe get a restun. He did his DR like sweep on his own on the meld. Nice. Backflips my gouge because every global's backflip. Backflips again on my cheap shot. Gotta say if he backflipped the third time there, I would have been pissed. That's my whole blades though. He's near his port, so that's good for us. JK, I thought his port was in the room. Next go, he has no port while stunned though. Kicked him into blind sap. And I should be able to go him off the sap. Bomb this stun trinket. Oh. Well, peeler though. No port while stunned. I'm just dead here though. I feel like I got like no healing there for like 20 seconds. Hopefully we win both lock rounds. And that's still only a 3-win though, that sucks. Then it's just me stopping the lock 6-0 basically, is the result. I didn't blades because I knew I was going to get peeled the whole opener. Gouges hunt. Revival. Kick into blind sap. I'll trigger this. Didn't get the sap that I wanted, but I can go him. Gonna cloak. On the slate, I guess. Try to gouge trinket. And he just solos the other guy. Love to see it. It's just built into Better Blizz frames, yeah, and Better Blizz plates. BBF and BBP. That's awkward. Didn't get to hit anything with my dance. It was a backflip into backflip. Vanish. That was bad of me. I might have thrown this round. Should be able to sap that. JK stays combat the entire game. Finally playing a couple globals before the monk disarm. He's soloing monk though, because he like diffused UA, I guess. Bomb late just so we get trinket. JK, he has a brain. Got skin. No restun here. Feels bad. I gave Cog. I've aged the tap target to me. Try to gouge Sun Druid, but I get disarmed on air. Even though I wasn't doing the go yet. Just waiting on Sun DRs. DH is probably best to hit right now. And just let the lock choke them all out. Kidney first, even though I'm gonna get disarmed. Banning kept. Quadruple peeled on my blades. Hellstone. Couldn't sap Druid out of that, but they got the end cap. Yeah. I figured either I won that or the lock won that. I was expecting to do a little better though. I thought it would just be like a Windwalker 06, get 4 wins, but we're still number 1 on my main. This is my ult. There's not really much I would cover in a guide for it, really. It's just most CCs don't refresh combat, and it takes 6 seconds to drop combat. And blind is 5, so you have to pair blind with something else. So you could be like, oh, step kick, blind sap, stun, blind sap. Oh, my teammate stunned, blind sap. There's like niche ones where sometimes it's like, oh, we got a full fear and they have dots. I'm going to do a DR blind to remove dots and buy that extra second to sap out of the fear. But yeah, for the most part, it's just pairing it with a stun or a kick or something. And it also depends on what class they are, because like druids pretty much are unsappable. Unless they're really bad. They pretty much always are in combat from Trents or some random bullshit. Yeah, you could do gouge blind half sap sometimes too, yeah. If you're really down bad. Mage is way more fun than rogue. It's not even close. I will say like the current state of add-ons is more frustrating for mage though, with like kick trackers and whatnot. Melee are way easier to play. But you feel way more in control as a mage. Mage is more fun than rogue. Rogue, every single game is everyone air horning and stopping you, and 0.1 you're just getting disarmed on everything, or everyone's backflipping or nullifying shrouding 7 million times in a row. Like those things are all annoying on mage, but you're playing the game the entire game, not just blades. And if you farm precogs and stuff, it feels satisfying. Yeah, I play mage too, yeah. Not that great at it yet, but I enjoy it. I have 2 mages leveled. I've just been playing like some low rated like 2/6 shuffles on my alt mage, and then I'm making a second mage right now. So I'm trying to gear, but I have almost every class in the game leveled except for paladin and priest. Maybe next time walking I'll level them at work if it's slow. I missed the last one. Oh, there's one next week. I don't like fire mage. Fire mage is boring. You have like 2 buttons. They pruned it too much. Only frost mage is fun. Arcane is always a boring dampener tank spec. And then fire used to be cool, but it just doesn't have enough buttons. I think Pet Nova is one of the things that's most fun about Frost. Because it's like off global, you could do a lot of interesting things with it. You can kind of set up Ring of Frost, some people out of LOS. Or like make sure you like can ring people that are feared and whatnot. Because they just stop RP walking. There's just so much you could do with Pet Nova. I think Frost is like the main way to play for sure. Like if they gutted Frost and made Fire be the best, I'd be sad. I probably wouldn't want to play Mage. I think in mini CC, I'm not sure. I have not yet. I'm worried about it though. Because like you're not gonna be able to avoid having a shitty tier set and just wear more verse mastery. And our tier set sucks ass. I think we got like one of the worst tier sets I've ever seen. But hopefully I'm wrong about it. Maybe it is good randomly. But yeah, if I look at like my breakdown, right? Backstab is such a low percent of my damage. I'll press it a couple times a game, not even. Like our tier set is like just a backstab buff, basically. Hey, thank you so much for the 16 months. And then they're like trying to force lingering shadows too, which is also going to be terrible. So we're going to basically be playing without a tier set. You just put it on for free real estate, but like it's pretty bad. Yeah, next season might not be a sub rogue season, even though I'm gonna play it anyway. Because normally I would say tier sets don't always matter. Like if your tier set sucks ass, you just don't have to wear it. You just wear perfect stats. Like there's plenty of seasons with sub rogue where it's like you only wear two piece and you just wear more stats. But now they got rid of that because they're giving you perfect stats on Catalyst. Like you can keep burst mastery and make on all your tier pieces. So now there's no reason not to ever use tier. But like yeah, just it feels even worse when you have a dog shit tier then. Which I think that's a good change with the Catalyst. It's just I think that in general PvE tier sets should not be in PvP. Period. Like we should have unique PvP tier sets that last the whole expansion. As much as I think it's nice for things to change season to season and stuff like that, but I just don't trust Blizzard with balancing. If they have a whole expansion to balance something, they'll eventually kind of get it right. They've announced a bunch of shit about season 2, but considering we're still on week 1 of this new borrowed power, that's probably months away. I mean, I think even crafting gear is a scam to make people buy WoW tokens and whatnot. Like you should be able to buy every combination of stats on conquest points. If I want to buy a haste mastery fucking ring, I should be able to buy a haste mastery ring. Because at the end of the day, like people are really bad with embellishments and whatnot, and it's a barrier to entry because most people aren't going to fucking do all the tutorials and learn how to do something. If they're coming back from an old expansion, they're going to be like, "What do you mean crafting auction house? What do you mean missive to choose my secondary stats? What do you mean embellishments? Oh, why can't I equip this? You know, because they have more than 2 embellishments. How do I get rid of an embellishment? Did I just waste the crafting on this? Like people are just going to get overwhelmed instead of just Googling, or they're going to get gaslit by some AI hallucination when they're asking it about it, and it's just overly complicated. Like crafting is great as a way to ensure that you always get perfect stats, where it's like, good, I'm not having to wear a shitty crit ring. Oh, you know, good, I'm not having to, uh, you know. But I think the conquest vendor just needs to be better. And when it's late season, conquest boxes are also terrible. You should be able to literally just send conquest to your ult and buy what you want. Yeah, I mean, I'm working like 60 plus hours a week doing 12-hour night shifts, so I get it. I only play the game like 1 to 3 days a week. Yeah, I think just every stat permutation is the way to do it. I think I should switch my house to Horde, actually. I didn't realize the Blood Elf houses kind of look sick. Like the Night Elf ones and the Human ones look bad. I don't think other people can decorate for you unless you're like account sharing and risking getting banned. Imagine buying a pilot for a house. These new mouse skates I put on are like getting so much hair caught in it. My old ones didn't do that. That's not good. Copy codes? I think you can kind of do that, but I think that's like for specific like custom items and stuff. Or certain like pre-building a room, like if you wanted to change your layout and then re-import a certain room. I don't think it's like an entire house though. But maybe yeah, you can. I'm not sure. That's not in yet. I mean, seems like most MMOs are just cash grab scams, like Ashes of Creation and whatnot. And then most Eastern MMOs are just fighting game, wombo combo, not really any depth. Nothing else is ever going to replace WoW PvP. I don't really want to get juggled up in the air for like 30 seconds straight and just get button mashed on. Because pretty much all MMOs are just PvE games anyway, including WoW. It's unfortunate that Arena is tied to a PvE game. So yeah, I'm porting stuns. I want to say it's 45. I'm not 100% sure though. And then Sank is 1 minute. No, I don't know who that is. My frame rate's actually really bad right now for what it normally is. I might need to play around with the overclocking even more than last night. Because it made me leave a shuffle earlier. I think I went a little too liberal in the other direction now. Yeah, I tried to get into Guild Wars 2 for a little bit, but I thought like kind of bow thiefing around was kind of fun, but it didn't stick. I'm not a fan of the art style, and then like the movement wasn't enough for me. Yeah, I miss room issues and whatnot. Emmy, what do you mean? Midnight Essentials? I'm not sure. I don't use it. I just use all the mini add-ons. There's a little too much AI code in there, and it was kind of interfering with other add-ons that it didn't have and whatnot, and I just stopped using it. Or is it by 16? How you doing, that, Alice? I don't know if I'm gonna get another Q pop. Has Calv started his actually streaming with cam and whatnot yet? Or not cam, but like voice. I saw he tweeted about it. That he was gonna start streaming seriously and like actually having teammate comms and whatnot, and not just mute Discord, mute fucking mic every game. I haven't seen him stream since AWC still. I see him online in game. I just wasn't sure if he started streaming yet. Oh, he streamed 6 hours ago. Oh, Mike streams. Oh yeah, he's streaming some stuff too. Watch that while I'm in queue, I guess. It is a hard lobby. It's 2 rets. I think I would tilt so hard in this lobby, unless I can like cheese the druids. Now combat tracker is crazy. I think it's just because he only shows when they're out of combat, actually. Already 50% damp. And have bark skin. Right, it's always my number one. It's literally a tank spec. Their druid zoom. I mean, both druids are kind of 20%. Can I do that instead? Let's do that. Boom. No, Windows, I don't want it to take up my whole screen just because I'm going down more. I hate Windows. Where it's like, it wants to decide for me how much of the screen I want to do. I'm like, no. $75 dampening. Sounds like 2 rets. You can't even cover it because you can't cover both rets. Like even if you try to like kidney the ret first to be allowed to stun the healer, it doesn't even matter. The other ret will just press. You could try to gouge bomb to stop Sank. Because he's never going to kill a rat in a bomb ever. This is a miserable lobby, though. To just first lobby I open. No, this is for shuffle. The rogue rounds, at least you can cover one ret and play the game. But yeah, you can't cover two rets. So I imagine the rogue ret games will go better than the rogue feral games. Nah, you can't ever sap a druid. I gave up on ever trying to do that, even when I don't see Trents out. Yeah, I want to play another shuffle really bad, but after this queue, if it doesn't pop, we'll just play some lower rated games. Maybe I'll try to get sub gear on my outlaw rogue and have a third sub rogue. I don't know, honestly. It might be a bug with some haunt, because like even when there's no Trents, they keep combat. Because like that right there, the 9 seconds, he didn't have Trents out either. But I don't even try to stun blind sap druids anymore or anything. I'll just blind them for pre, so that it's like less obvious than like step gouging them in bear. To like try to catch them out of form to go them. But even then, rank 1 druids are all terrible, and you could just step and then run in front of them and gouge them, and they still won't bear it usually. And then you just go them off the gouge. Yeah, if I play a third rogue, or it's too early to play Europe, could try to play some mage games, but Demo lock, I hate pet classes. They shouldn't be good. I'd much rather Affliction or Destro be good. Same with like BM Hunter. Like BM Hunter should never be in PvP. Control wise, isn't it like sub? I mean, you have multiple axe tosses in Coil and Howl, I guess, yeah, but I just don't like seeing 5 billion pets on my screen. The 80% dampening power spike. That's the only reason anything's happening, right? It's because healers are nerfed by 82%. Yeah. It's crazy that the rat has skin too. There's 3 skins. All 3 of them don't give a fuck about being stunned. Because ret wall is basically a skin. Oh, we finally got to keep up content. Hell yeah, we get to play the video game. I get into that. Double wall there though, back to back. Make sure I don't get back on evasion to Zenith. My deer blindness. I get disarmed. Waiting out the Nully for 1 before I get step kidney. JK, I get slept because I was waiting out the Nully. Apex. Now he gets swapped the other guy. Maybe get a sap. It breaks because the guy had dots. We kick sleep in a second into going him. I'm not triggering this. We kick sleep again or dream breath in a second. Still Zenith. I'm disarmed forever. Maybe get a sap. Please don't die. Man, he has wall. I've never seen a warlock wall above 5% HP. Like, they all just think they're Chanimal or some shit for no reason. Like, all he has to do is wall and we auto-win the game right there. And he just dies in slow motion over 20 seconds. Sucks because the lock is the auto-win on the bingo board. Like, the other rounds are hard. The lock is we auto just win both games. Unless he win trades his wall like that, which means I'm probably going to get like 2 wins. Because he's going to win the rest of the lobby without me. And that's like the one game he griefed to be able to lose. Can't stop this because he walled aggro. Gap that because my stupid hero talent. Love having longer globals. Didn't faint this, I have the Trinket of Age. Nice sleep. Bomb the Emerald late. Get a restun. Give tricks. Wait out the null before I stun. I can stun in one. Stun now. Might be able to sap because he's lining his teammates. I sap nully. I did get the sap off, he just immuned it. And then got in combat after immuning it. And now he walls again because it doesn't have a CD. Dragon has no walls. I want to go dragon really bad. I'm dead here though, I think. Going Van. Try to stun Windwalker, but yeah, I'll drop that. Pitch Sleepwalk in a second. Painted that. Stun this guy in one. Blades, everything, tricks. Take Fire Breath into a kidney. Into a blind if you trinkets late. Blind now. Into a sap, hopefully. Into a sap. Then Windwalker, win the game. They break my sap, of course. Double of this on 8%. I don't think it usually does now. How you doing, Jay? That was way too close. I mean, I guess fighting Lolok shouldn't be that hard, actually, because he is playing Destro, not Af. But I think he'll be easy to shut down, actually. And it's not like it's Dragon Diff versus another dragon. It's two dragons. You got Gigabit now? Grats, man. Finally leveled up. Wait out the Nully, go for a step sap. JK stays combat the whole game. Kidney, full blind. I get classic blind because of a pressing roar. Love to see it. Guy's still in combat for 14 business days. Lock gets a good kick. I'll cloak this. He's solo in the healer, but nice sleep again. Kick Dream Breath. He could die. I stunned into Emerald though. Gonna bomb this. Make us be a little safe from the lock. Apex Q. Just gonna keep DHL me to stop damage. I want to go Heat Dragon again really soon. Hopefully he solos, but he's not. Gonna maybe gouge to sleep. I might be dead here. Probably still Dragon in a second. Restun, secret. Kick Fear. Gonna blind lock to live here, probably. Never mind, I'll break it. Blind to sleep, maybe? He immuned it. Still going him. Last go of the game before I die. Then DH to live. Secret tech. Nice. Thank God the Windwalker soloed him while they put all their peels on me. Got the sap. Resap. Reverse that. I want to kick Dream Breath really bad, but I can't. Because he is wall the whole game. Kick Sleep in a second, though. He re-nullied air. Re-walled air. Can you DH stop damage? Blind off that into a half sap. JK. Kick Bolt, though. Into stun healer. Bomb this late. JK, I get coiled. I got Emerald, though. Gouge GH just to kick that. Probably should have gouged Dragon for pre instead. Stunning him, though. Bombing this, please don't. No. That's unfortunate. Maybe you could have tried to peel DPS instead at the end, instead of go back to Dragon. Should be a good lobby, too. I mean, ideally, the lock would have just walled and we would have won that game. That's probably going to be the hardest matchup. But that guy getting disarm first global out of this in cap. Painted this. Try to go healer. I just can't move. Never mind, he pre-walled. I'll just stay locked then, I guess. Painted that. Still gonna evade the Windwalker CDs. Haven't really gotten to play yet. I'm still at 2 dances. I hate that rescue, but maybe get the sap. Maybe sap trinket. Oh. Gouge that to be annoying because he walled. Take fear. Can't stop sleepwalk because the guy's Ore Mastery anyway. Can you healer though in a sec? JK. I'll vanish this bolt, get a stun on healer, stun the other bolt. Bomb off the emeralds. I'm just gonna bomb anyway. Bomb the emerald. Port's out of line of the emerald still anyway. I can blind, but he has Nully. Still have my cloak here. I don't want to blind though. Because I'm still waiting on everything else to line up. Kick fear. Painted this. If I die here, I'm sad. Try to blind the sleepwalk. Should be able to sap that. Actually, my dance is going to end before I get there. Unless he gets a half sleep. Yeah. He nullies my shit. I still just can't ever move my character. Karma's aggro. Finally, kind of playing the game, not really. Yeah, Emerald doesn't heal through LOS. Unless they're also in the bomb. It's one of the only things you could do against Dragon, because they also could just fly into the bomb and fly them out of the bomb. Like, they counter bomb super hard. And they're just so mobile with Blink and Rescue and all that, that, like, you can't fucking ever get a good bomb usually into Dragon, unless it's just bombing a tick or two of Emerald. Or you're, like, bombing going the Dragon so the DPS don't peel you. Getting in-cap disarmed. I shouldn't Blades the opener, because he's gonna peel me every time. Painted that. Like that. Check cloak. Still Zenith. Emerald. It's not worth bombing it. It was already almost over by the time I could do anything. I'm not gonna banish this route, because there's not a good cheap shot window with it. Pick Soulfire to be annoying. I'll Gouge Bolt to be annoying. Pride and Stun Healer. Gonna bomb this now, JK. I should have did the re-cheap shot should have been on Windwalker to peel. I might be dead. Oh, never mind. Pick Bolt. Can blind healer in a sec. I just want to pair it with something though. Gonna blind anyway without pairing it. Stun to shrink it. I'm going lock now too though. I don't want to give him a big karma dot. Nice. Okay, we kind of saved it. Alright, we passed myself. Now I can log on my other character again and continue the leapfrog. No, I hate the new DH spec. It's not a ranged spec at all. It is absolutely illegal that it can backflip like 70 times in a row. And that pretty much it is perma or mastery, it never casts. The fact that you don't even play precog says it's not a caster to me. If everything you cast is immune anyway, then and you're just not even playing precog, then you're not a caster. Like collapsing star build should be the build. And the honor talent that makes it unkickable shouldn't exist, but you should be able to like run cast it or something. And it shouldn't have glimpse. And maybe instead of it should have some kind of like sheep DR CC. Instead of just in cap. It shouldn't just feel the same as just an improved DH. It doesn't feel unique. Like it still feels like a melee. Maybe I should just skip this lobby though, because it's not like a real lobby anyway. It's crazy he got 3 wins though. I gotta go back actually. I mean, I think winning with the red's easy because you only have to cover 1 ret, but double ret, he should have lost both. Like winning one of the games is Rogue Feral Resto versus double ret was crazy. I mean, it seems like every single one of these rounds goes into deep damage, and this is 85% damp. The bubble kill aggro. 91% damp. That's a 97, that's crazy. That's what I was telling him about with Shot in the Dark bug. There's cheap shots on CD. And he vans, right? Yeah, and his shot in the dark just poofed. That's not even the normal bug. Because it does show up for a second, like over here. He vans. He has the buff. 2 charges of cheap shot. Buff goes away. I think it's just he's not playing Vanish Shield, and somehow Dots broke him out instantly. Or he has some kind of other cancel or a Vanish macro, and leaving Vanish cucked him. Because normally, sometimes if you have Shot in the Dark from a dance, and then you Vanish because like you're dying mid-dance, and you like Vanish defensively, or like Vanish out of a root, sometimes like getting Vanish's Shot in the Dark will get rid of your dance Shot in the Dark, and then you lose both Shot in the Darks. Instead of just replacing one for a new one, it'll just bug out and make you lose both. And there's not a good way to avoid that. But yeah. Because it looks like he never got the Vanish buff here, right? Or am I crazy? Because it's usually a 3-second window. Yeah, he just never had a Vanish buff. Weird. He could have half kidneyed before the arm broke, but probably wouldn't have even have been that good though. Like either one works, so. It always feels terrible to like hold half a global because the kidney was like 0.5 behind. Like not pressing a global always feels terrible. Unless you're playing around like the Apex window, but yeah. Gonna go to a different lobby though. I just wanted to see how the fuck he wins a double rent lobby because that's kind of wild, but it's kind of inspiring a little bit. I mean, it's only a 4 win here, but actually, no, you did get 5. He's only about 6 million damage behind. Wait, oh, I thought he had 2 charges of that for a second. Yeah, I remember BFA when they nerfed everyone's damage by 10% or whatever, and it was just 80% damp every game in real threes even. What are we watching? Just Calvish's VOD while we're sitting 30-minute queues. I wish it screwed DH more than that it doesn't have it on like an actual I-beam. Because like they just get refunded the CD and the resource cost or whatever when they get stopped on it. They just kind of go for another one. Mainly just making sure you micro CC hunt with like a vanish or like cheap shotting it or gouging it while they're traveling. And it'll like bug out their charge and they'll go in place. It's like you can just mash, even in a DH1v1, if they're doing it on you, you can just mash gouge and you kind of outrange it and gouge them before they actually get to you and it like cancels out their hunt. But it's always really fun to do that against DH. But other than that, it doesn't seem like there's that much counterplay to their damage ever. Calvus is already the GOAT. He's like the best mage by a mile on NA. Both rogue mains are. Like Nick Mage and Calvish Mage are like both the best two mages. It's kind of funny. And he's the best rogue in A too. Just watch it for a little inspiration while I'm in queue anyway. Because usually he doesn't stream with Mike. Or stream with like teammate Discord and whatnot. I'll just have everything muted but music. All time is rough because it's impossible to compare past to future. I think in most games, like if you compare it to like Melee being a thing for like 24 years or whatever, um, as much as people want to immortalize old school, with time moving forward in a line, like current is always better than the past. Doesn't matter if it's a LeBron versus Jordan type thing. Like as rude as it is to past, current is always more important because everyone improves together as like a society kind of thing. Like at the end of the day, like being like if you're like doing some crazy Nelio shit in actual TBC the first time around in 2006, and you're like Omega sweaty and you're doing fancy shit no one's even imagining. You compare it to nowadays, you can send an 1800 player back in time and they would be Hydra. But yeah, it's hard to compare people that have quit or, stop playing in general. It's just unfortunate the game's not that supportive. It's a lot of good talent is wasted on Classic WoW, sadly. Sucks too, because him getting AoE'd out made him lose the free cheap shot too. Ugh. Nah, I think objectives and stuff are bad. Like Blitz is already terrible. And battlegrounds aren't fun. If rated BGs and Blitz and stuff had come out in like Wrath or Kata, that'd probably be the worst timeline. I don't enjoy objective stuff. Arena's main issue is just gatekeeping. There shouldn't be any PvE gear. There shouldn't be crafted gear. There shouldn't be embellishments. It should be way more straightforward to gear character. There needs to be better like tutorial experience. There needs to be like a good default keybind set. The add-on prune completely failed. Like the base UI needs to be great. And class design needs a lot of improvements too. Like, I think the ladder needs a completely new system that's percentage based and doesn't change season to season. Enemy CDs when I it's a setting in mini CC. You just go to CDs and you do arena frames instead of linear. It should just be percentile based, like a bronze to grand master type thing. And Glad could be like master or diamond at like top 3 to 5%. But like it just needs to not have an inflation system. Yeah, but people have gotten used to it being way higher than 0.5. There's been seasons where basically Glad is like top 10. Like old school Duelist has been harder than Gladiator for decades, almost at this point. I think WoW should have rating decay instead of inflation, but it should be like only above Gladiator, and only if and like make it like on a monthly basis, not a weekly basis. So it's like you have to do 30 games a month, 30 or 50 or something like that. Probably 30, or you lose 100 points. And you could do it all in one session if you wanted to. You know, you have one big session a month, you know, 2 big sessions a month, whatever you want to do. That's like a couple hours of gameplay a month above Gladiator. I think that's like completely reasonable and a much better system than inflation. Because the way inflation works is people just wait until the end of the season to play. And then like there's no point in playing in the middle of a season unless you're a booster or a streamer. And it's really bad for the game. He faded that. I mean, he could have maybe tried to vanish a little sooner, but like that's hindsight. I'm like, I fainted that. I would always agreed there too. He didn't want to refaint because valid. I mean, it's off global, but valid. And then he does vanish anyway, like low. And then dies and vanish. It's kind of like how I died to a DH earlier today. I vanished at like 50 and died. Because vanish never works. Like you're supposed to have that 1.5-second window where they can't see you, and then it never does that. Even if you play Vanish Shield, I'll have like a big like how big is the shield from Vanish Shield? I'll have like a 70k shield and I'll still break out instantly. But yeah, if there was like no downtime in WoW and you could do like double DPS solo Q2s while you're on World PvP Island, battle royaling it up, and then you play a couple games of double DPS, and then you eventually get a healer to play a game of like real threes with a healer. And they make actual 3v3 solo queue always melee range healer. Because 4 melee drilling on each other is never fun gameplay. I mean, it's just bad gameplay to stream, bad gameplay to play. Like, if I get home from work or school and I want to do a little bite-sized thing, or I'm playing threes with friends, right? One of them goes to walk his dog or some bullshit. There's no way I'm going to get a Q pop and play 6 rounds. Even with like 2-minute rounds of high dampening. Even if you get an insta-Q somehow, which you're not going to get, you're never getting out of a lobby in 20 minutes. It's way too long of a time chunk. Like, League had the same problem when League games used to be like 45 minutes long. Like, you should be able to play like faster games and whatnot. Yeah, I don't know what my plans for after WoW are. I hope it gets better, but I don't really like classic that much because I don't really want to deal with resists or PV gear. And then retail, it's like my friends list is so dead compared to what it used to be, and I'm not really always in the AWC circle jerk to have like a main team to play with all the time. Riot MMO is never gonna happen. That's a bigger meme than GTA 6. And even if it does, it's just gonna be like Holinka, Ashran world PvP style. Like it's not gonna be a thing. There's yeah. I don't believe it in it, and like I don't think it's gonna be what Arena is anyway. And I don't really enjoy FPS games or fighting games, and RTS is dead. So there's not really I just don't really enjoy that many games anymore, to be honest. And it's not even like a getting older thing. It's just like every game is just a blatant fucking cash grab. And they're not like made for fun anymore for the most part. Because anything that's like challenging or a sense of improvement or a sense of mastery, it just gets dumbed down, or there's just some other cheese that other people are doing that like gets the same effort as my effort. It's like working really hard at your job and being really good at your job and then having really lazy coworkers and then being the black sheep because you're actually working. That's what video games feel like nowadays. Which I feel that in work too. But they're comparable. Because my coworkers were chill and I liked my coworkers a lot for the first like 8 months because I've almost been there a year. But ever since like a new project came, it kind of divided up our resources and made us kind of short staffed. The other two people that did really good work are like stuck on that other project, so I feel like I'm like my burdens went up way too much because it's not like me and two other people carrying the workload. It's like just me carrying the workload because they're doing other shit. Yeah, but that's what gaming feels like because it's just like you're a try hard if you want to like do some sweaty shit and play sub rogue and play RMP or something and like try because everyone in the world just wants to be a rep pally. No one actually ever wants to put in effort. And then there's people that just put artificial limits on themselves for no reason of like, oh, I'm bad. I have to play Asarug, and stuff like that. Because God forbid they go to the gym or something or work out, or like I don't know. People just yeah. I don't wait that much for Hodge. I should probably do that. I just don't trust them to ever press it. But the fact that like games let that be an option, because I get that they want accessibility, right? Like League has to have a Darius or Garen or something in the game. Like I just I don't know. I hate that accessibility specs or roles can always still compete with like being sweaty at the game. Like BM Hunter ever being rank 1 viable is a joke. Like I wish, in the real world and in the gaming world, I wish effort was rewarded. You know, someone in the class up top. What do you mean? Probably better bliss plates. Yeah, don't even get me started on the 8 rank 1 spots for tanks. Like if you're a 40% win rate, you're gonna get rank 1 at like 2K rated, just playing a tank and griefing everyone's games because no one ever wants to play with or against the tank. It is wild. Song names are above the webcam. Well, right now I'm not playing. I'm watching Calvish play because I've been a 24-minute queue. I'm guessing that's probably just tied to better Blizz plates. That's why I never wait for Hodge ever. I just assume they don't even have a stun. And if they just Hodge a random DPS, it's fine. But 99% of the time though, Rets, even the rank 1 Rets, they'll just fucking Hodge a DPS randomly with healer not in CC and it'll just get dispelled. Like Rets do a good Hodge like 10% of the time. I don't even consider them to be human beings in my arena. Like they're just an NPC, and if they press Sank or Lay or Bob, then we win the game. God, that's a long time before the next game. So long as he went to twos, that's why. Does he play another lobby after that? Oh, he does. But he's on DH. I need to play my DH more. I need to play backflip Bob. I think that's it. I, I don't know if we're gonna get this pop, but it can. I mean, it's whatever you want, really. If it's self play with, but then it's someone else's rate too, or if it's computer optimization stuff, UI stuff, live shot calling. If you get a shuffle Q pop somehow. Usually, it's best to just do recordings because then I can kind of pause and replay and draw on the screen and whatnot. But yeah, I'm done. I got you. Ugh. Thank you for what? And Nahj. Guy triggered a gouge. Doesn't matter if it's rank 1 versus 1800. It's not gonna be able to kill a healer 1v1 without 80% dampening. Well, 60 usually in like a 2s game, but 80% in a raw 1v1 if I don't have a healer helping me kill their healer. Every healer, regardless of their talent, is just an immovable object. Even if they fake 0 kicks and overlap defensives. Trinkets aggro. Second paints up. Try to cloak fear. Didn't matter. Could have vanished the penance there. I'll vanish the mind blast just so it doesn't go off. My vanish broke to nothing, so he got the ulti pen. I'm not gonna on use here because I wanted to line up with blades. Get feared here. Pick penance in a sec. Check K. Vouch that to be annoying. Alright. Time to do damage. JK. 90-second trinket. This is why everyone plays healer or tank in world PvP. Who am I even in combat with? Maybe we can 2v1 a healer? Sunday's Trinket. Trading Fear, even though it was the Warlock Sphere. Gets kicked by the lock and kicked by me. The lock's killing me instead of him, I guess. I got baited. Maybe if there's 3 people, we can kill a healer before 80% non-existent dampening in World PvP. Even when he gets 2 kicks in a row and a coil into 2 stuns into another kick in a row with no paints up. Not enough. Oh, we both kicked and give him precog. I get a Q pop? So I got #1 on my ult, and I need to get #1 back on my main. I gotta pass myself. There's no one else playing sub and shuffle. Apparently Calvish is now though, but because before it was literally just me, and then there we go. Calvish on Rogue, or not Calvish on Rogue, Flop on Rogue randomly. Flop was passing me for #1 a couple times. Because the spec is that dead. Like most specs, being in the top 10 is like being #1. Alright, Destro, double Windwalker. I'm okay with this. We got a Meeper lobby. A Meep Windwalker. Yeah, we just have this. Stun the guy. Give him tricks. Getting disarmed. Resap. I didn't blades because I know I'm gonna get peeled. Painted the coil. Kick bolt. Gouge bolt. Kenny the next bolt. I'm still on Windwalker. I'll just ban to not die. Kenny healer, and then still go Windwalker. I was gonna bomb this, but bomb the Refear. Karma. Kick fear, no kick. I'm just gonna cloak because he's spamming bolts. I guess I have H2. I didn't want to, but Gouge healer. Into a stun. Give the guy tricks. Nice clone. Destro's having a lot of fun right now. That's why training Windwalker is not always the best. Lining a little bit. I'm just get disarmed. Into a Refear. I haven't played much yet. I'm eating all of the CC. Get my kidney. Stun this. Blind when he ports back. No trinket. He got the Coco though. Maybe I could still sap if I'm lucky, because he's kind of lining. A gouge. Stun the fear. Can you heal her in a second? That was kind of a bad step. No Kenny for 4. I have trinket here. Just lining. Trinket this. Stun Windwalker first. Blades. Stun healer. I'm just dead though. This is why we go lock. Need him not casting the whole game. Stun lock the peel. I have advantage really soon. No gouge for 10 still. Stun Windwalker defensively. I just get howled into bolts. Nice leg sweep on the bolts actually. I'll kick the next one. He actually faked. Hopefully he doesn't die through wall. There's when. Yeah. That felt terrible. I think it has to be luck. I was just being a team player because that's what he wanted to do, but it felt dog shit for me. Like I was just spam casting fucking fear and bolt the whole game. Even though I did drive by kick him a lot. Well, I tried to fan the druid out. Painted this though. Incax the convoke. I get disarmed off of it and do a leg sweep off of it. I haven't played yet a singular global. Finally playing. I want to go druid again really soon if I ever move. Printed that. Could have maybe stopped the clone instead of saving it for lock, but get disarmed on air. Probably ban this. And then just go druid. Get skin. Doesn't have it actually. Come back lock. I just get feared 0.1 on my dance. It's kind of annoying. Then Windwalker off me to peel. You trinket to aggro, it means I can bomb him later. I have evasion in 10 if I don't die this global. Hopefully Meep doesn't die. He has karma. He has karma. He used it, thank God. Evasion, I guess. Bombing. I die because I'm on global from fucking gouging, and I was about to stun bomb, win the game there. Actually, I didn't have bomb. When the fuck did I bomb? I mean, Rook's better than Monk, I think, right now, but being the one caster, if you're not getting shut down by a warrior, means you usually auto win. Like, this is the Locks lobby to win, but some of these Rogue Windwalker lobbies, their rounds should still win, though, too. Like, if anything, it's the Druid that should just lose. The Druid should get swapped to every time. Like, he's one of the only killable classes in here. I should not have triggered that, I might die. It's also a really good map for Lock and Monk, because they just all port into the room. And it's hard to chase into the room. Cave Cog. I'll ban this. Just get disarmed, feels bad, man. We almost die without pressing. Kick Fear, Stun Bolt. JK, I just get peeled every time. The air horns went off too loudly. The DR Panda. Why not? Still have my blind. I just don't have good things to pair it with. Got the kick into a blind. I'll van because is Monk CDs. Cheap shot out. Gouge Trinket in a second. JK, you still ported out of range. Gouge Lock, I guess, instead as an interrupt. Just gonna bomb it. He robs him out of my bomb, and I get disarmed anyway. I hate it. I might just be dead here. Cloaked. Get port while stunned, because skill. Actually, he doesn't press. Got wall. No step to kick fear ever. I don't want to trigger this. Fake my kick. Gouge Windwalker to peel probably, but we're probably dead. This Lock's just free casting. Yeah. Sucks because the lobby's really below me too. So like even if I got a 4 win, I'm still fucked in this lobby. Eating all the peel, painted that. Think an iron bark. Let that sit, I guess, before I break it. I get block precog. Hopefully it doesn't just die for that. Blind this clone. Should be able to sap it, but usually can't ever sap druids. Stays combat because he's a druid. He gets to bear my gouge for free. So I'm kind of committed to everyone else now. When stunned it. Evade, I guess. It sucks that we overlapped. That was fine. Karma's. Really don't like that leg sweep. I mean, I guess it's fine. Kick bolt. Bomb either of them really soon, but we have to live here. It's gonna cloak. It's a lot of damage. Trying to get back to druid finally. Bomb the sphere on me, but I just get peeled by everything else. Might sap block randomly. Nope, he gets back in combat. Kick him on one school and then stun him on the other after. JK. Hopefully I'm not just dead here. Kick bolt. Stun fear. Stun bolt. Stun windwalker off me to peel. JK, I just get howl disarmed. Step behind bolt. JK doesn't go off. Try to line lock for a second. We're still on stun DR forever. Kick bolt. Gouge the next one, or stun the next one. I'm getting stunned by druid here, no feint. I'll trigger this though. Can you windwalker off me? Try to line this. Stun the bolt on the other guy. I vanished in one. Yeah. I wanted to go back to druid there after I lived, but that sucks. I'm gonna lose a lot of MR, even if I had gotten a 4-win, but the best I can hope for is it's a 6-0 for the lock and I get a 2-win, which I'm still gonna get ass raped on MMR for this, but at least I'm still number 1 on my other rogue. Sucks because this is a good lobby for me too, but it's a weird map to kind of kill on. Got this arm out of the way. Try to gouge off JK. Swap the other one. They're both on stun DR though is the problem. Go through bear more and care less about bear. Actually, he doesn't bear anyway. Skin. Can you the meat? Get trinket for bomb later. On the other guy. Druid breaks out of the seduce somehow. No step to kick that. Nice howl. Gouge. Bomb. I want to trigger this so bad, but it's not worth. I guess I have to evade. It's so cringe. Get stuck in root. Into clone probably. We're actually dead. It's not a lock 6-0. Because he doesn't wall again. He already griefed me last lobby with not walling. Oh, I swear to God, of the fucking 4 rounds I played with this guy in 3 lobbies, he's walled in 1 of them on my team. Unless the add-on's broken. It's not like he can press it while fucking stunned or anything, you know? Crazy. Now I'm gonna get one win potentially. This is probably zero because it's gonna be way harder to kill triple monk than the rest of the druid. I could have maybe killed the rest of the druid if he didn't grief. This is why you leapfrog. Because shuffle is such a fucking fiesta dog shit bracket. So this is a good lobby too. It's painful to go 6 in this. Who knows, uses CDs less? Hag or from Canada? Because from Canada has like a fucking 20% block rate, but it seems like Hag has a 0% wall rate. So they're just both win traders. I don't know. And my Druid's just dead here because I was yapping. That was worth the queue time to lose 100 MMR. Woo. It's hard because like I can't cover all the disarms too. At least the queue's quick now that I'm like 1500 MMR. JK, it'll decline 70 times in a row. That Ursul's was actually annoying. Normally the cheap shot still goes off in time, but Might be the one druid that's ever sappable. Maybe sap trinket, tap his trinket. Bomb this guy, stun his trinket. Got turtle. Guy still hasn't true shot. There it is. Need to get back on the druid in a second. Got skin out of the way, I guess. Evage for Damn Reduct. JK, I'm dead. Nah, magic pop. And evage. Gotta go druid off that. JK, he landed CC. Big poly. Restun. And it's just recasting sheeps. Killing him, I guess. Tree form's ending. Van to not die in 5. Blind mage to live. Yeah. Just DR anyway. That's unfortunate. I think if I just didn't try to swap druid and get skin and just only tried to peel hunter, maybe. But I wanted to get more in the habit of just going him on CD, but why does it not let me track true shot? Even though he's marksman. Wondering why it wasn't tracking it. He's on his port. Revival. That was his true shot. I'll evade this. Continue when he actually commits casting on someone else. Blind off that. JK. Dodge. I want to go healer again soon, but I van because I almost died to air. I just eat sheeps on dance. Just trying to line hunter. Trying to evade leg sweep. I'm probably dead here though. Step behind the aim shot so it doesn't go off. Could defensively smoke bomb this go, but and not get sheeped. I have blades really soon for monk again. But we just cloned, so. And I can't gouge because roar. So I need to just kind of wean for a little bit. Might disarm non-true shot. I get Nova 0.1 on my dance. Oh, that's criminal. Kick poly, there's true shot finally. Disarmed it. Try to bomb this guy even though he's just gonna human it. He triggered it anyway, nice. I can bomb him later then. If I don't die this global. Nice blind. Clipped anyway. Defensively bomb. Even though it's my win con. Try to stop the song, but I couldn't. Evasion's back. Still bust. Try to gouge the sheep spam. I'm bad. Kenny Hunter, no trinkets. He's just trying to solo the healer. Even though I could have blound off that into a sap. Wherever he clones, I'm going to blind the other one. He didn't clone either of them with the roar. Okay. Have a vanish for rapid fire here. I don't get a cheap shot with it though, because I get pulled out. Painted the binding. Just gonna disarm that. Even though it's not true shot. Try to blind win here though. The lobby I insta-queue into is also 60 points below me. So even if I 4-win this, I also lose MMR. That's crazy. Honestly, if I'm going to get trained this hard, maybe I wear extra verse. And not even try to do damage. Actually, this is the one round at the mage, though. Not. Disarm true shot. But that's it. Gouge rapid fire in a sec. Ret sank the DPS. That's crazy. Step behind aim shot so it doesn't go off. Could vanish rapid fire here, but I didn't. Could do a blind go when we have Hunter DRs. I'll gouge Hunter for pre and then blind healer. Gonna gouge, hopefully it doesn't break. Blind. Magic Bop. Might get the sap. JK. Dropped combat. I was pressing it. Just wasn't in range and he ported. Gets the sheep out of nothing. Maybe get a half sap. Guy stays combat. Actually, he dropped. I think he just got lined because the polypath around the stairs. He was on the edge of the ramp and then it put him back on the middle of the ramp. Can't stop song. Fix on CD. I don't know why he's pinging me on that. Try to gouge. Bomb the slate. JK. Stunned his trinket though. Nice clone. Got turtle. Try to eat this. Couldn't. Gotta get double legs up. Fainted it. Restun. Probably could have waited till he actually casted rapid fire or something to disarm, but I'll evade the rest of it. Could still bomb this guy in like 5 if he doesn't just die now. What did it die to? Or did he rage leave? Oh, he rage quit the game to not lose points and screw me over. Nice. Because he was going 0-6 and it was my time to win with the other healer. So he decided to screw my MMR even more. Is he an AZ? Yeah. I love losing like 150 MMR. In 2 games. Fiber internet and exit lag. If I ever queue into central though, it'll still go to like 35 to 40, which most arenas go to central. But I overclock my and just tweak a lot out of my computer in general. Like a lot of like registry settings, network adapter settings, BIOS settings, MSI utility for the like the kernel level changes on the graphics card. Any little collection you can do. I have like a lot, way more than what's in the Discord. But if you like properly optimize like a $1,200 PC, it'll outperform a $3,000 PC because Windows is garbage. But yeah, the Discord has some of the like easier tweaks that I wouldn't have to like IT tech anyone over and whatnot. But yeah, if you have 2 gig fiber and you're queuing in West Coast into West Coast, should have around what I have. Now the thing is, like, Linux doesn't really work for a lot of games either, because a lot of games need their kernel level anti-cheat spyware on your computer. Because human beings can't just have integrity and not cheat. They repatched it kind of in, but now it's like worse. It doesn't show everything. It can't show multiple things, and it hurts your frame rate a lot more. But yeah, if you update the add-on, he kind of found a workaround for it, but it's shittier. Ugh. Anyone is outlaw in what bracket? Like shuffle. I mean, you just do good DPS and do good micro CC. You play all 3 rogue specs similarly. Best druid world? I have no idea, honestly. Probably Cubsy or something. On NA, I don't really know on EU. EU never really plays that much druid though in general. I mean, outside of like in the past where there was a lot of like Poikes and stuff, but like there used to be a lot of druids. I loved playing with Bolton back in the day, but I feel like nowadays, unless it's like super fodom, druid's usually not OP enough or fodom enough for them to play it. Whereas NA has always had some die-hard druids that try to play when it wasn't broken. But right now, druid is broken. It's held down a little bit by dragon being more broken and dragon also being a natural counter. Because even when druid and dragon both aren't broken, dragon always counters druid. But yeah. Seems like this whole expansion is just dragon versus druid, even though dragon's better. Dragon is the best healer in every comp, every bracket. Like I would rather have some rank 1 person playing their ult like a fucking duelist gladiator level dragon than fucking play with a rank 1 healer on their main. Like there's no reason to ever play with a priest. You're kind of griefing. Like Arm Priest is one of the worst versions you can play of Rogue Mage. Yeah, Tuna's really good. Yeah, Dex plays a lot too, yeah. Yeah, I don't think that many people that play Druid are even good at Druid. Like almost all of them, even the rank 1 ones, just waste Bark Skin when it's really obvious they don't need to use it. Or they'll just NS clone the shittiest things. Vanish Hunt in a second if he goes for it. Painted this. The Gouge to start my dance. Still have one more Vanish defensively. He flies McKinney on accident. I fainted this though. That sucks that we overlap, but I think we maybe still kill without a restun. I had Trinket for this, but Sun Rogue off me. Still just gonna step in line for a second. Am I actually dead? I'm off stun DR, so I'm just gonna disarm before I get stunned. And then I'm gonna run because they landed CC. I'll faint when he gets to me in 3. Faint this. It doesn't go off. I just Trinket faint. Might be dead. Evasion in 5, but still on stun DR for 10, so I'm not gonna gouge into evasion. Guy's perma lining his healer, Trin Cloak. Nully's over, I can kidney healer, even though it's DR. Blind his trinket. Hopefully we don't break it. I have Cloak of Age off this. Gouge off that. Nice. Yeah, generally Druid metas, as much as I love the old school RMD a little bit, Druid metas and Pally metas are usually the worst for the game. But lately, these Monk metas and Dragon metas also suck. I don't think there's any level of healers being OP that'll actually make anyone ever want to heal. I'm just biased. I only like priests for the most part. Should be able to sap that. I'm banishing early so I don't get fucked on the sap. He stays combat anyway for no reason. With no Shadow Fiend out. Now I'm kind of worried about bomb because I triggered a aggro like a degen. This guy got the move bug, I think. He just can't move the rest of the game. Oh, never mind. He moved. Blind off. Hopefully I could sap. I almost didn't get that because of Ku. I would have been so mad. Tried to disarm before that Groot went off, but I didn't get there fast enough. Kick Penance in a sec. Gouge in 1 into stuns. Might even go healer because DH backflipped. No, it's not worth. Keep hitting Rogue. Hopefully get a trinket here. Kick Penance again. I'm off stun DR. Try to evade stun. Back to wall so we can't step Kenny behind my evasion. Gouge Penance. JK I don't have for 4. Okay, evasion's ending. He wants to stun. Try to disarm when he comes out of this. Disarm? Oh, I didn't get it. If I disarmed him on Subter there, I wouldn't get micro CC'd on my CC on this. Kick Penance again right here. Just gonna disarm this. Kidney Priest. He got sanked or something? I don't know how he got out of that kidney actually. Kick Penance again. Maybe sap DH off that. Gouge Priest. Resap DH. Hell yeah. Make sure you're playing work. Maybe put on a little extra verse. Have like 2 gear sets since it's unlimited conquest. Don't trigger aggro. You know, and cap and disarm and romp and everything on like blades and whatnot. Whatever you can do. Do good ports. Bomb shoes and sink. Nelly's ending. Rhett's feared. Fear broke, so we got to sink that. Can't stop sleep. I cloaked, I guess, to not die to air. Tried to pre-kick Dream Breath. It's kind of lining the ret. No, he walked back in line at the last second. I think Sync is still on CD anyway. But it's a minute, not 45. For some reason, I thought it was back already. Free kick Dream Breath right now? I'm gonna blind ret this go. I use DR, I can't even do that. Just gonna get sank, I guess. I guess this guy never sinks. I don't know. Blind ret. Not sure how my Serena lied to me on stun DR there. Love all the add-on bugs lately. Just gonna get sank out of the way, I guess. She's just not sinking. That's crazy. This guy never sinks because it's low rated, I guess. Tank 200 MMR and the guy just unbinds it. But he's still 2800 on red, I guess. Wanted to gouge that, but I wasn't in range. I still gouge healer though in a sec. There's Bop. Pick that. Just gonna stun since this guy never sinks. And actually he covered that sink with gouge. That one was good. Step. Vanish that. I'm cloaking. Pick sleep. He flies. Gouge sleep. Nully. Gouge ret to peel. Storm ret. Can't stop the sleep. Bomb this. We're all dead. Yeah. Yeah, it was like eating like 80% of your frame rate. Mini CC like the day of the patch. But then he patched it again. That it was supposed to improve the frame rate a little bit. It's still a big hit. Ugh. It's wild that like big debuffs isn't just baseline. It's all depend off. I sleep. Should be able to sap it. Guy stays combat for no reason. No Shadow Fiend or anything out. Honestly, this guy never sinks, so okay with doing a shitty stun. Sap this time though. Take penance in a sec. Even though it's probably not worth because like nah, it's not even worth anyway. Hit the MC though. Can gouge stun in like 2. Gouge in 1. I'll wait till he penances to gouge. Faked his fade anyway with it by waiting. Gouging, vanishing so I don't die to air. Restun out of this. Maybe he can grow it or something out of that. Get penance. Into blind. Please grow it or something. YOLO bomb to get the sap. If he breaks it, I'm gonna rage. Getting out, because this guy never sinks. He actually sanked, he keybound it. That's wild. It's the first thing he sanked in like 6 rounds, 5 rounds. Hopefully they could sap that. Probably not though. I get it. It broke, of course, for no reason. And we're dead. Priest actually faked something. Stun this guy never sinks. Evage. Dodge the other guy to peel. Stun in 4. Hopefully he just stuns for me, please. I can stun in 1, but stun DH rather than I can half can actually. Thank God. I do, yeah, a little bit. I gotta mess with my RAM timings right now, though. They're kind of weird. Because I went too crazy trying to test shit. Right utility's broken? Yeah. Red is a prop paladin. It needs a rework. It needs way more offensive utility and to not be a fucking tank. It shouldn't have Sank, Bop, or Lay. I'm not gonna Blades this because I know I'm getting peeled the whole opener. And that he's gonna Bark Skin anyway. This guy dies, man. That would be sad. This Lay. Kick that. Got to other school. Blind Penance 0.1. That everything is just DR the whole game. Got the Bop off though. Getting feared. Can't avoid it. That was a really good stun by the DH. I just get disarmed. Maybe I could sap that. Vanish early so I don't get fucked. Oh, I could have kiddied Rogue. I just thought I had an extra cheap shot, but I had the stupid Vanish bug. Stun Rogue in 3 if we don't die here. I have to stun Rat, otherwise we die. Stun Rogue in 1. Please don't die, man. Be a DH. Just kill them. And can you DH in 1? I just get disarmed. Trigger this, I guess. Gouge appeal. I'm there to kick Searing Glare if he goes for it or anything. I have blind for healer, no trinket. I might have to blind a DPS though to live. My DH has been dead for like 30 seconds straight. I think I blind Rogue. And he just breaks it. Even though he's ranged. We're at deep enough dampening where like C doesn't really matter. Thank God. Yeah, sometimes you just lose your shot in the dark for no reason on Vanish. Like you can't double dance, you can't sometimes vanish mid dance or like vanish defensively. And then sometimes if your vanish just breaks instantly, you just lose your shot in the dark period. Even if you're playing like vanish shield and whatnot. Like you just don't get the like the 2-second vanish window. Because if you ever come out of vanish, you never keep shot in the dark. So like if you proc subterfuge with like a shadow strike teleport or anything like that, you never keep it. But a lot of times your vanish breaks to nothing even with vanish shield, and then like you don't get your re-cheap shot. Can't stop that. Trinketed. You didn't refresh improve growth on me there. That was good. Kick sleep. Into go. Dodge rogue to peel. No kick for this. Hopefully we're not dead. Hopefully he has darkness or something. Nice, he does. Triple stun. Going healer in a sec. JK Nully. Stunned him now though. Storm wings. If my DH gets stunned, I'll blind rogue defensively or something. He blinded me offensively, I guess. Blind rogue to live. I peeled both DPS. Guy never sank, so he actually pressed it. He's evolving in real time. Like his second sank of the whole lobby. Becoming sentient. I whiffed my kick. Might be dead because of that. Because I wasn't there to peel 0.1. Because I tried to go for a kick gouge. Yeah, I gained 2 MMR and +0. Oh, it's so criminal. I mean, it would have been way worse if someone just didn't press CDs on my team and I got 3 wins and got like -50 MMR when I'm already -100 MMR from the 06. I mean, I'm still #1 on my other rogue, but this is why you leapfrog, because shuffle is literally just a gamble. I like shield vanish, yeah. Not everyone plays it though, most people don't. For me, it's about being able to sit my vanish to actually get my free sheep shut off. It translates to more stuns. If my vanish doesn't just end in 1 second, if I can actually sit a vanish for 4 seconds and like wait out a DR, like set up a perfect go with it. If I had to like vanish out of a root or, vanish defensively at like 20% or something, I don't like waste the free cheap shot when I come out to dots 2 seconds later, Because usually when you're dancing anyway, you don't need the move speed because they're in stuns where you stepped. Or you were already at them when you press dance stone, you know? It's nice for like damage reduction though, consistently throughout the game. So you're not like dying on your go. Like that's mainly what it's good for, is more the damage reduction than the move speed. But I think it's cleaner to get good vanishes. I need a 6-0 real quick to get my MMR back. How to keep your casting bar in this arena from changing back? I don't know. It just works for me. I don't have to do anything to keep it from bouncing back. You might have just 2 arena add-ons or something and they're fighting each other. Try it with just S arena and then see if that works. And then you can kind of start adding more and more things until you find out what fucks it up. Or you could try updating your add-ons if they're out of date, I guess. I don't have real 3s tonight, so I might call it, try to fix some stuff and do some IRL chores and whatnot, and then just stream tomorrow. And then I got 5 days into work of overtime in a row because I'm doing OT Tuesdays, so probably just be today, Monday, and then yeah. It's not even addictive. It just, you feel so bad about a bad lobby that you want to sit another 2-hour queue, but I'm just gonna do other shit because I don't really want to stream viewer 2s. I mean, I could play some low alts and see if I get pops, but I wanted to untank my main a little bit.